Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Nur Hidayah binti Abdul Jaiz. My matric number is 261696. I will start with introduction and the focal issue in this case study. According to Barrett 2011, leadership communication is the control and purposeful transfer of meaning by which leaders influence a single person, a group, an organization, and a community. In this case study, it focuses on leading and improving the employee effectiveness and performance in the organization. The case study chosen is the improvement of fixed lines application at TM points after Telekom Malaysia Berhad's rebranding exercise in 2005.
Telekom Malaysia Berhad, TM, is a Malaysia telecommunication company founded in 1984, beginning as the national telecommunication company for fixed line, radio and television broadcasting service. It has evolved to become the country's largest provider broadband service and network service. TM ventured into the long-term evolution, or as we know as LTE space, with the launch of TM Go, its first 4G offering. TM 850 MHz service was rebranded as Unified Mobile in January 2018. Given the rate at which Malaysians are adopting digital technology, TM represents one of the largest government-linked company, or we know as a GLC, in the country, with more than 28,000 employees and a market capitalization of more than RM25 billion.
My name is Muhammad Finaim bin Muhammad Shakri, and my matric number is 261617, and I will explain about the analysis of protagonists in this case study. So in every conflicts that happen, surely there will be individuals who are seen to be succeeded in leading an organization out of the conflict. In the context of this case study, there are one protagonist character who are the backbone to the problem solving that occurs in this organization, who is Datuk Khairul Anwar bin Muhammad Zamzam, Vice President Consumer and Business Sales Telekom Malaysia Berhad. His success in converting Kedai Telekom into TM Point is an example of TM Sdn Berhad's successful rebranding. However, some issues and challenges arise in the process of achieving this success, especially when it comes to the organization's information delivery process. So one of the biggest issues was that many staff and officers were unable to consider the improvements he wanted to implement. Changing the attitude of the workers, especially in serving customers with a certain standard and ability level, is one of the many challenges happen. He expressed his experience of dealing with staff problems on a very simple level, where it is often necessary for him to address issues concerning his subordinates through face-to-face contact in order to motivate the staff. So Datuk Khairul's approach demonstrates that he possesses the traits of a transformative leader. While he is in charge of the transition process or rebranding process, he emphasizes the importance of ensuring that workers support the changes. Datuk Khairul also takes a straightforward approach to leadership that emphasizes transparent and two-way communication, ensuring that his employees are involved in most management decisions that concern them, such as relocation, rebranding, and other issues. It is clear that Datuk Khairul only practiced democratic leadership based on the mode of communication he brought with him. This is due to the fact that any manager or employer will be directly or indirectly involved in the rebranding process. For him, the participation of all parties in the organization is very important or very critical, because the spirit of cooperation among them has been the lifeblood of the organization for a long time.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Nur Farhana binti Muhammad Sabri. My matrix number is 262940. Okay, I will continue the presentation with the issue. Okay, according to the case study of Telekom Malaysia Berhad, which is TM, there are a few leadership issues that need to be addressed in managing and motivating their employees as being required in rebranding exercise. Okay, the first one is there is a communication problem in TM when the leader and staff are unable to have a solid understanding and strategy to attain the goal. It is absolutely stated that the top management has not responded to or provided comments on the staff recommendation. Okay, the next one is according to the one of the TM's employee, the company does not comprehend any leadership models and just assume that the leader must strike a balance between product and people. Okay, the third one is that the open communication in TM is not truly thought through. Okay, and the last one is the issue of the employees' performance. Employees are having problem adjusting to the new environment in order to meet the rebranding requirements. It is difficult for a leader to influence the mentality and thinking of the employees, especially when it comes to serving customers. Thank you.
Next, analysis on the decision-making process. We can see from the case study that Telekom Malaysia's leaders make a lot of decisions to make sure everything operates well. Decisions are also utilized to resolve difficulties or challenges that arise inside the company. First, improvement in the product and service offering. This rebranding process needed each employee to emotionally and physically prepare, as the activity entails not only changing the company's and outlet appearance, but also improving customer service quality and being proactive in meeting the demands and expectations of consumers. Encik Abu Sama also engaged in two-way contact with his employees, taking pride in giving his employees a daily tip talk before they begin their workday. The importance of establish and keep a clear channel of communication with his staff is highlighted. Encik Abu Samah demonstrates significant care for his subordinates' performance and achievement of the criteria established by the rebranding project by giving them a personal touch through the practice of pip talk with them. Second, understanding between managers and subordinates. Now, as we can see at this stage, Nolila is in charge of managing supervisor and subordinate to establish a common understanding. Managers guarantee that employees and senior management get along by constantly being there in the workplace and being reachable at all times through dialogue and group cheers. Although the job is regular, the two-way contact makes it easier, and as a rookie, there is juniors, role models, and does not feel isolated. Third, improvement staff performance. We can observe that Datuk Khairul is the one who improved the performance of their personnel at this moment. He had devised a mystery shopper to monitor and assess how the employees operate in accordance with the protocols and standards followed by TM point in order to improve employee performance. This internal oversight and effort have aided each TM point employee in improving their service performance. Next, he established a two-way communication channel with his employees, guaranteeing that they are included in most management decisions that impact them, such as relocating, rebranding, or dealing with any other concerns. Datuk Khairul also conduct weekly audio or video conference with all state business managers around the country, which is another way of the adopting open communication channels.
For the conclusion, we have found out a few solutions for this issue. Firstly, trying to hold a group meeting once or twice per month in all agencies is an excellent way to communicate the result and obstacle of what is happening in the different departments. Next, share or submission or document. Not everybody take good note at discussion, and not all the discussion will be kept at the end of the session. It is therefore extremely important to ensure that all group members receive a copy of that presentation or file or any paper discussed during the meeting, so they can take note what will happen in the department. Lastly, leader must be as a monitor. Leader must monitor all the information given to her employer to avoid misunderstanding. That's all. Thank you.